I'm smelling cigar smoke.
Oh, boy.
So who has passed on who smoked cigars? His father?
My father smoked cigars for 75 years.
Okay, thank you. So please know that this is reinforcement from father, who is also wanting to apologize or make amends for a disconnect in the relationship. Do you understand that? We're going to need tissues, please. He says that, did you just have a birthday or some event or something? He's saying congratulations to you. He's making a big deal out of a celebration that needs to happen, or that just happened.
I completed a...
It's very strong, this smoke.
Yeah, it is. It was.
Very strong.
It was very strong.
But he also says, you know, there were times that he's showing me the TV show Laugh-In.
Uh-huh.
And he's saying that that's how he wants to be remembered.
Okay.
He says there were times when we did connect.
Oh, yeah.
And it was through laughter.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so he's saying to me, that's how I would wish for you to best remember me.
Okay.
He says, it took me some time to transition.
Yes, it did.
He says, I didn't cross over immediately. He said, so I was the cold draft that people were feeling. He says, I was closing doors that people left open. Do you understand that?
Oh, yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Thank you. And that he says that a mother and an aunt, or a mother or an aunt who had crossed before him, came to retrieve him eventually. It was about, they're showing me the number 4. I'm going to go with 4 months. It was probably a good 4 months that he gave me permission to say the word, that he was a ghost.
Yeah, that makes...
He says because I had some bitterness in my heart.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And that is what kept me earthbound.
Mm-hmm.
He says my stubborn nature, my stubbornness. So I'm being told this is cleansing for you also.
Oh, yes,
because I'm seeing it wash
He was
you
very stubborn.
clean. Thank you. He's saying, excuse my language. He's saying I was one tough son of a bitch.
He was.
And people called him that also. Maybe not to his face, but he says I was one tough SOB. And that is there a brother?
He had three
Do you
brothers.
have a brother?
No.
Okay. Is there a brother-in-law?
Yes.
That's part of the problem.
Yes.
Yes. He's saying out with the old, in with the new.
Okay.
Okay. So he's backing me up on everything that I've told you thus far. Okay. He says, excuse me, please. He says, God damn it. He says, you can't get a smoke here anywhere.
I'm surprised.
He says that's the one thing I miss.
Yes, you would. I married him with cigars, so I'm, you know.
Amazing. Okay, who had the crush? They were showing me Scotland. Who had the crush on the Bay City Rollers? Like, who was the total Bay City Rollers fan? The posters all over the room. One person in the room. The posters. Are they Scottish? Were they Scottish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because I was being shown Scotland. Okay. So total Bay City Rollers geek growing up. Okay. And can you uncross that? Yeah. Thanks. Okay. So, do you have an artistic aspect of your personality? Are you musical? Do you paint? What do you do? Poetry? What is it?
I doodle, try to write.
You do it all? A little bit of everything?
I was an art major for a little while, but I don't do much.
Thank you. Okay, so the message that's being delivered has nothing to do with the Bay City Rollers. Has everything to do with your reclaiming the creative aspect of your personhood that has gone dormant and has been suppressed. You understand? You are better than you know, creatively. And this is also going to be an outlet for you that is going to lead to a heightened spiritual awareness than what it is that you have now. I'm being told that you've been seeking that.
I think so.
You're sitting here
Yeah.
this afternoon, right? Okay, so I'm being told that the manifestation of the creativity is going to be the channel that's going to lead you toward a heightened sensitivity and a heightened intuition, okay? I'm also being told to tell you to, you worry a lot, or you worry too much, and that compromises your physical health. So I don't know if you are susceptible to colds, or allergies, or somebody at the other end of the room sneezes and you come down with something, but I'm being, no, you're pretty healthy that way? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I said, like, there's arthritis in the family, but I don't think.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Right, I know.
No, okay. But to open up that aspect of your personhood and to reclaim it as it's going to have benefit to others, all right? So if you're writing songs, start writing songs. If you're painting, start painting. If you have an idea to write a romantic novel, do that, okay? All of the above. And that's going to get you back on track. And that's going to open doors. They're showing me Pandora's box. That's going to open doors to other opportunities and other connections. And has romance eluded you? Yeah. I'm being told that. Okay. So a side benefit of this path that I'm portraying for you is that you will begin attracting to you the proper energies that will also be creative and heterosexual, okay? And will lead to the grand romance that you have been anticipating and that has always been one step removed from you, okay? I'm looking at a plan of about 1 to 2 years out for all of this, if you choose to invest time and energy into this. It's not going to fall into your lap, okay? You have to really think on what it is that I've said to you. There's some great stuff that you've got inside you that wants to come out and come to fruition and be developed. Are you here with friends or family? Okay, can you validate this for me?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Definitely.
Perfect. All right. So they're showing me the word Catskills, and it feels as though this may have a romantic connection to it. Does this make sense for anybody in the room? Nobody's been to the Catskills. Nobody's been to the Catskills and nobody has a romantic connection to this Catskills. Yes?
I met my husband in the Catskills.
Thank you. You met your husband at the Catskills. I would say that's a romantic connection. Thank you. See how this works? Yes, hi.
I have a question.
Yes.
Someone that passed.
You have a lovely smile.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your disposition.
Thank you.
Let me just go with that because I'm
okay.
going to give you something spontaneously, I feel. Your station, like, is it Bridget?
Yes.
Your station, like Bridget, is wife, mother, and teacher. And teacher. Okay? And there's a strong animal connection to you as well. So I'm seeing a great compassion for rescuing baby bunnies that got abandoned and baby birds and
Everything.
yeah, everything you can name. And what's the goat connection?
I love goats.
They're showing me goats too.
I just watched a video on Facebook the other day over and over and over of this cute little goat bouncing off of other goats. It was very cute.
Yes, hello.
I wanted to see if you could connect and with the spirits and ask why. That's my first question. And my second is, how does the creature work with my son?
Okay, I need I need a little more about why. Is there an autism connection here? Thank you. Okay, he is a great teacher for you. And he chose you prior to incarnating with deliberate intention. Okay? He is a great teacher for you and others. All right? He is a teacher for his teachers. Do you understand that? Thank you. He is a teacher for his teachers. He will be speaking fluently, but you must continue to be patient, please. Being in human form does not come easily or naturally to him. You understand? Because he is buzzing and vibrating at such a high frequency that this feels like lead or cement to him. Was he walking on tiptoes at one time?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. That's because when he does that, you can feel your legs. He was doing that to literally move forward. All right? Be mindful about therapizing him. Okay? Do not bombard him with constant therapy, but allow it to flow naturally within the flow of each day's activities instead of making it so regimented. And feed his brain at his chronological age, not below it. There are a lot of people that have made a lot of assumptions about the extent and degree of his intellect. Okay? You have to raise that up because he's not being challenged. And this is where you're having some quote-unquote behavioral issues. Yes, he is starving for information and to feed his brain. They're showing me information connected to the universe, the cosmos, galaxies. So I don't know if he has an interest in astronomy or solar system or planets, that kind of thing, if you've noticed that.
He does a little bit.
Thank you. Feed that, please. Okay?
Loves to travel.
Pardon me?
Loves to travel, loves to find out places about
Mhm. He had actually been a guru in India in a previous lifetime, in a lifetime prior to this, and deliberately opted for this condition and this way of being as a bridge to a greater spiritual enlightenment, I'm being told to say. Okay? All right. It is incumbent upon you, until he is in a position to advocate for himself, to be his mouthpiece.
Okay, so he will at some point be able to do that then in the future as
Well,
well.
that's all going to get shut down if people don't start believing in the truth of his intellect. He's in there. He's in there. And what was the second part of the question?
The first part was
You said why.
why.
Okay, so what was the second part?
No, that was the why was related to.
Did I answer your questions?
Yes and no. I think
I'm sorry,
you
do you have a
answered
connection? I need to interrupt you. Do you have a connection to the little fellow that just drowned?
this. No,
Who does? So I got it. He's right here.
that's the autism is probably the common thing. Is that little
He's right
boy.
here. Do you know people who know him?
Yes.
Oh, that's the connection. He's right here. I need you to get a message to his mother. Okay? She needs to know that the water was irresistible to him. Okay? And that he has always loved being in or near water. Okay? And that it was just irresistible to him. Okay? That he was not intended to be here. Hang on. He says, tell my mom and dad that I love and adore them, and that it was this or being hit by a car. Okay? Yes, in the corner.
My very close friend passed a few months ago, and I'm just wondering, does he even know what happened to him, and is he at peace?
I need his first name, please.
Skeeter,
Skeeter is how
Charles.
what he went by. Okay, he was about how old when he passed?
68.
Okay. They're showing me a boat on the water. How does that connect to him?
He loved boats.
Thank you. And that is how he transitioned. He was the captain of the ship as he went over, which is what he would have loved and enjoyed. But he also has a great sense of humor because he's showing me that Gilligan is his first mate. You understand? As it relates to his sense of humor. There's a lot of musical notes around him and or you. And so there's that connection, and he says that he will soon be manipulating the music so that you will understand clearly that it is indeed a message from him.
Wow.
Okay?
Thank you.
Has that happened yet? It's going to be while you're driving.
Not yet.
Okay. Watch for it. Message delivered. Was she a smoker?
No.
Who was the chain smoker? She must have grown up inhaling secondhand smoke. Somebody's smoking like a chimney. This may not be mother. Honest to God, one after the other. It's like the room is blue with smoke, and it's connected to you most definitely. No one in your family has ever smoked.
They both smoked.
Who
They
did?
quit. Both my parents smoked, but they quit.
Your mother smoked.
Yeah, but not, she wasn't a chain smoker. She quit when I was very young.
I don't care when she quit, but she smoked. That's the validation I need. Okay, and someone around her chain smoked, so she must have grown up in that culture, okay? Because she has a cigarette, all right? And she is saying, you know, it runs in our family, and she's talking about depression. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, she's also making me smell alcohol. So I don't know if there has been alcohol dependency on that side of the family as well.
Yes.
Thank you. And now we're getting somewhere.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
All
we're
right.
getting somewhere.
Thank you. She is suggesting that she was an absentee mother in many respects.
Yes.
Thank you. She is making amends and apologies for that. She is handing you, it's the little yellow honeysuckle. She's handing you honeysuckle as a peace offering. And then she's saying, no, it's not honeysuckle, it's, what's the artificial flower that's back in my room there?
Oh, Forsythia.
She's holding, it's a yellow flower. Does that make sense when you think of mother? How so?
She had them in her yard.
Thank you. And she's holding, she's joking with you, and she says, do you like butter? And she's holding one up to your chin, okay? And she says, let's remember the times when we connected and it was lighthearted, like the woman directly in back of you earlier, okay? And she says, have I your forgiveness, my darling?
Yes.
Have I your forgiveness, my darling? And she says something about taking care, is there a younger brother?
Yes.
She says, she's asking you to look after the younger brother, okay? Because he struggles also.
Yes.
He grapples with his mental, emotional well-being.
Yes.
Thank you. She says, would you look after him and remind him of things that would make him happy? Okay? Message delivered. Thank you.